Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're going to be headed to Eldora in the street stocks and actually be racing there because it's the Eldora Showcase season finale. Let's go ahead here to career options and shorten the race distance to 30%. And now here, let's head. Let's repair our car. Now let's start the showcase, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're loaded in at Eldora. Okay, loading here at Eldora, our goal time for practice is a 16:169. Let's load in here and see what we can do. Eldora is historically a very poor track for us in these midget cars. Let's see what we can get done here. In next episode, we are going to be premiering a brand new series. And I'll talk more about that later in today's episode if I remember to. But I think I have it all planned out. Oh, and we beat our goal time already in practice. The 15.960. That's a new track record for us in these midget cars. What I'm much more excited for is the street stock race here, which is following right after this race. Where there we set an even faster lap of 15.822. This isn't going to be winning pace, but this is, already top 25 pace in practice. And even with the slower lap there, we were still able to go and beat our goal time. And we're going to come through for our final lap of practice here. We've ran here enough times to know sort of what to do. It's just going to be up to us to get it done here. And we'll set an even faster lap. We're going to wreck across the line, as we had contact there. But our last lap was our fastest with a 15.780. And we'll move on to qualifying here, where our goal time is a 15.746 for P25. And that is 400ths of a second faster than our record lap around here. We'll see what we can do here in qualifying and where we can qualify to challenge for this position here at the classic Eldora, the infamous Eldora dirt track. And we'll come through there instead of 15.649. We're going to be headed to the... Can't say it yet, but it's looking like we're going to be headed to the A main, which is huge news. We qualify P22nd. We are still going to have to race our way in the heats and probably in the B main. We're headed to Heat 4, starting in 4th. If we gain one position, we're going to be headed to the A main off a heat race. It's top 3 advance to the A main, and the top 2 advance to the qualifying dash. We're underway here from Eldora. So we're going to attempt to make a move down on the inside of Whitley. But he's going to be able to pull away as we take a really poor line. Yeah, I think it's just going to be keeping it clean here in this 3-lap heat race. We might have something for Johnson. So we just need to run our race and not worry about these other competitors, which is hard to do here. And part of running our race means we need to hit our marks, run our lines, as we start the final lap of the race here, sitting in P4, looking to gain a position on Whitley, coming to the final corners. I don't think we're going to be able to get it done. Here through the final bend, we're going to come up side by side on him. We're going to finish in third. We're headed to the A main here from Eldora. Oh, and let's take a look at that race replay. So you see here, we're taking a look here and taking some notes. We cannot run down here on the opening lap. That kills speed. And then we need to make sure we are getting up as close to that wall as possible. But here, coming out of that corner, we turn them. Here you see a replay. We just turn them coming across the line, and that drops him back. Or he stays in P4, finishing a few tenths ahead of Ricky Cox. As now we head to the A main here from Eldora. Loaded now for the A main for the season finale of the local series. And we are green here from P16 in the field. And yes, I think I would have beat Whitley on pace without wrecking him, but it was just unfortunate with how I slid up on the corner exit that I got into him. And it was a bit on purpose. I was trying to cover off that line. With a lot more cars on track here, it's going to be a lot harder to make up positions. As we had to take a pretty poor line there to make sure we weren't going to hit Jetson. He's going to stay on our outside. We're going to turn him a bit. He's going to get loose. Those two are going to get into each other. The caution's going to fly. We are up into P14 by the time the caution flies. I'm not exactly sure what the caution was there, but I'm guessing, I don't know if it was for Jetson. He's down in P17. So there's a definite possibility that it was due to that contact with him. But yeah, this first turn is always a bit rough, especially on the restarts. We'll drop down to P16 after the first turns. Now fighting back up into P15. We're going to set our eyes on Robbins ahead of us. And that high line is much slower, but they get the better lane on the exit if you exit next to him. And another caution is going to fly here. We're back up into P14. So here on the restart, I guess I just want to hold that outside line. I'm not sure if I can make it work, though.
We're just about ready to start. Green flag, green flag. Don't forget to check out our app for all the upcoming academy practice runs.
Okay, we were able to hold our position in P14 through the first turn. We just took a lot calmer of an approach. And are now having an opportunity to gain positions. We took it 3 wide there for a moment, but got loose with our dive down out of the way. And Barnhill's going to squeeze us all the way to the bottom. He's going to take that position and run forward with it. We're sitting solid here in P14, unable to really move forward. So we're now catching up to Casserole. Oh, and Felker's going to wash down on us. He's making us get out of the throttle. And this is a rough one. But I think if we hold our position in the AI... Oh! Huge wreck! We're up into P12 at the time the caution flies. And wow! AI here is having a rough time around Eldora. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. And if we can, we're going to take a look at that replay after the race. Oh no, we're going to ramp over muzzle wheel there. We have our first incident of the day. We're down into P13 by the time the caution flies. We get the inside lane here on the restart, but I'm not sure if it was worth it, as we ramped up on Miseril and he drops back far. No, never mind. I think he was able to get back past us. But we take a decent bit of damage there, and we have a slow restart. As we're going to get squeezed. We're back up into P14. Now we take P13 through the corner. Are we going to be able to get the exit? We're able to. Now we set our eyes up on Robbins, but I don't think we're going to be able to catch him. We're going to have to hold on to P13. We use a bit of an I can't think of the word. Anyways, here we're on the final lap of the race. And we may be able to challenge Robbins, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, and we're going to have a shot at him. And we're going to be able to get... Oh, huge wreck! Coming across the line again! Another car tumbling down the front stretch. Because we're going to take a look at this race replay. Because what, it was on... We're just going to start skimming through it until we see that wreck. I think it's next time by. Yeah, we do. Okay. Now we're going to get into the driver's point of view. He sort of washes up there. We're forced to swing low to avoid it. And then here on the ensuing restart. Not this restart. Yeah, this restart. Okay. And you cannot really see it from that point of view. But here we just wash up on the curb car. And we wash out into these guys. And then coming through to finish the race. There was yet another incident. It's just up in front of us here. He just gets lifted across the line. We were able to take P12 there, and that's where we'll finish the day. And our car finished 20th in the season standings. Now I'll head back to the main menu here. Okay, loaded back here on the main menu. And we finish off the season. Making friends on and off the track. We were seen hanging out with Billy Green. And we're going to go ahead and set the schedule for next season. Now, I'll cut back to you guys on the street stocks. Okay, we're loading here for the street stock race at Eldora. And after that great performance of the midgets, let's see if we can back it up here in the street stocks. Let's go ahead and load into the showcase, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, we're loaded up here at Eldora, where our goal time for practice is at 18.772. Let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we can do for it. Ooh, and we get into the outside wall a bit there, but we don't take any damage. Now we will. Yep, okay. Just getting reacquainted with the car, I guess. And we might be going to the street stock race in the regional series next. It just depends on if we get enough money here to upgrade that midget car. I said 18.326 there. I know we can run a lot better through here. And I know we have a lot better of a car. And we're going to come through here and set a faster lap of an 18.239. And we might be competitive here today. And I mean like actually competitive. I think we've only ever done one race here, and we were decent. 18.275 now. Because I know I need to get a better exit to get better times. You just feel like the car is going to smack that outside wall. Every time on corner exit when you try to exit properly. There, it definitely did. And that ruined what could have been a great lap. Just done a lot faster of laps than these other cars in this practice session. We have to go higher there. We said 18.026. We followed that fastest lap of practice up with an 18.195. And I think that loss of speed was in that first in that first two corners, where we took a lot higher of a lane that time through. And there we set a new track record of a 17.842. And we're going to follow that up with a lot slower of a lap, back down into the 18s. I can already feel it now. It's going to be our slowest lap of practice, I think, an 18.767. That still beats the goal time. We use that bounce off the wall to pass that other car in practice, getting us out of traffic, and that's another sub 17 second lap. So when we're able to hug that inside line good, that's when we're able to make up the most amount of time. $18.090. Here come through for what is likely our final lap of practice. As at this point we don't really need it. It's just for show. As we said, another sub 18 second lap. We'll end practice there with a fast lap of a 17.842. That is almost a complete second faster than our goal time. And our goal time for qualifying is 18.302. Once I figured out our line, we were pretty good. And being able to set a new fastest lap around this track. And I think we have more than that in us. But it took us having to go around lap traffic to really figure out a good line. Not lap traffic, but traffic in general. Oh, as we take some front end damage, that's going to really hurt this lap. So we're not going to beat the goal time. We will not beat the goal time on that one. See what we can do in the second lap, but we take this first corner way too high. It looks like we're going to be started back down into the back in the 20s. So I don't think that second corner was good enough. It was. We qualified 12th with the 17.937. I don't know how much better that would have been if we didn't hit the wall. We advanced to Heat 6 starting in second. And we know we have more speed than us. So let's see if we can get it done here. As we are underway here from the Eldora Heat Race. No reason to pressure Tiernan too much, but I would love to win this one and start 6 positions better in the qualifying dash, as this is a 3-lap dash to the finish. And Tiernan might just have too much for us, but he takes a high line here. If we were able to hold the bottom like I planned, we would have been able to make up more ground on him. As we've already started the final lap here. We've seen a couple times in the midget race that in that final lap we are able to gain up position. But it will not happen here, as we're going to come through and finish second, starting 12th in the qualifying dash. And with a better start, we would have been able to catch him. We'll see what we can do here in the qualifying dash, starting in last.
We're just about ready to start. Here we go. Green flag.
As we'll wash out there into Samantha Bell. With 2 laps to go already here, it's looking like we're going to start up inside the top 10. We'd love to make up this position here on sheet cloth. As we start the white flag, and we might have a position to gain up a couple more positions here. Through the final corner. As we gain the position up on Bailey. And we'll take it 3 wide across the line. We'll come out on the rear end of that 3 wide. We'll finish 8th. We advance to the A main, starting in 8th position. So let's get underway here from the A main.
All right, drivers, good luck out there.
And a good opportunity here for a great finish. Let's hold it together here for this 12-lap race. As there, someone gets into the rear of us from the get-go. It's Bailey. We pass through here on the final lap of the qualifying dash. And if we see anything like what we saw in the midgets, where cars were collecting each other and there was a ton of carnage, we might be able to fight for a win here or for a podium finish. We don't take the best corner here, nor the best exit line, in order to not get tangled up with Bailey. We'll get into Vaden top there, and we'll lose the position that we just gained on Bailey, but he'll be able to also pass Vaden top. So now we look to pass Vaden top, and we won't get it done, as we take a way too inside corner. We'll drop down to P7, losing another position to Brewster. Side by side with Vaden top here. He's going to swing low on the exit. And we'll drop back down to P6. 7 laps to go now. And we'll wash out there into the wall on the corner exit. Halfway through this event now, and we're up into P6. No cautions yet on the day, on the street stock side at least, and we'll finally be able to make it past Fade and Top, but not for the leaders, are able to get a pretty big gap in front of us. Those will go and hit the inside wall there, and then wash out into the outside wall. Fade and Top is going to get that position back. We'll pick that old switcheroo off. We're going to look ahead now at Bailey, who has a 1.2 second gap over us. And we're struggling here to gain that speed that we have. We know we have. We also have more damage here than what we've had before in a street stock around this track. We drop now down in P7 with 2 laps left in this race. We'll see if we have enough for Fade and Top. Come through to take the white flag, where it's going to be a 6/10 of a second gap. It isn't going to look like we have enough, but the leader's catching lap traffic around for the final time. And we're going to come through here and finish in P6 in the showcase at Eldora. And I'll load back to you guys up on the main menu. Okay, loaded up here on the main menu. We finished 6th, meeting our goal. And we have a new message from the Outlaws.
This racing deal is all about give and take out there. I can't tell you how many times I talked with the drivers who just don't get it. But I'm glad to see you're building a good reputation. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. We're going to go with the Bob's Towing deal, which will get us back to a color scheme that matches the sponsor on the side of the car. Until our next street stock showcase. So we're headed here. We finished 20th in the season standings, and we won our first showcase on the year. But now we'll load back up here, and these are the 3 options of what new series will be starting next episode. I've already decided what we're going to be doing. I'm just putting it on your mind. So we'll set the new regulations. We'll go with the top 30 for the hired driver. And I'll cut back to you guys in the next series that we're running in. Okay, we're going to get loaded up here into the street stock race at Jacobs County. We are going to go back and make this a full-length race. Or not a full-length race, a 50% length race like they usually are. So once that's changed, we're going to load in to Jacobs County. It's a 1/3 of a mile track. I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, we're loaded up here at Jacobs County, where our goal time for practice is 16.066. Let's get in here for the 1/3 of a mile track located in North Carolina. We'll come through to start our first timed lap of practice. We'll set a 15.839, beating our goal time. And then we'll follow that up with a 15.709. It's a pretty simple track. $15.7.42. So our next lap is we struggled there on the exit of 3 and 4. Now 15.777. Now what might be our final lap of practice? It says a 16.521 is a really bad lap there, so we're going to run one more just to sort of mentally recover. Instead of 15.551, and we can't end on such a high note. Let's see if we can improve any more from there. So we're over half a second faster than our goal. What was that? 15.307. So it looked to be a mid to rear pack start. If we can run this pace in qualifying, went to being a front start. Or near the front. And you know what? Screw it. We're done with practice. Oh, dang it. I was hoping I was going to collect them. Oh, well. We'll practice there with a 15.599 on our last lap and a 15.307 fastest lap. So we'll advance to qualifying where our goal time is going to be a 15.902. Under the lights already. Which is usually good for us. Speed-wise. We'll see what it can do for us today. So 15.523 first lap. And we know we can run better. We'll come through here for our second lap of practice. Setting a 15.449. Qualifying P12. Advance to the Heat 4 starting in third position. And let's go ahead and hop into the race here for Heat 4. It's top 2 advance to the qualifying dash, top 5 to the A main. And we know we are capable of running better than what we ran in qualifying. But is it going to be better enough to pass Jurens? It's going to be the question. 4 laps to go. And honestly, a pretty similar track here to Eldora. So 3 laps to go. Jurens is holding a pretty consistent space between ourselves. It's looking pretty hard to catch up. Won't be disappointed here starting P12, but if I know I can start better, I'm going to be a bit disappointed with it. So we start the final lap here. Almost a full second gap. It was a full second there to Jurens. He's going to be able to come through and finish P2 going to the qualifying dash, and we're going to come through and finish P3 starting 12th in the A main. Let's go ahead and get loaded up into the A main here. Now let's hop into the A main, where we hope to be able to move forward, right, starting on our inside. And our wheels spin a bit on the start. And a really tight pack here. So we're going to squeeze it up in between right and sneak off. Oh, and we're going to bounce out into that car. Now we're sitting in P11. We're going to make a move up to P10. And now the other Jurin's brother is in front of us. It's both of them running nose to tail. Wash out there into Brandon Jurin's. Now we're going to make the move up to P9, setting our eyes on Vaden Top in front of us for P8. And now we're in a Vaden Top and Jurin sandwich. Brendan and Carson behind us, and Cam and Tanner in front of us. We make a move past Tanner here. Both the other... Oh, who was that? The other Vaden Top will switch it up on us. And now both Vaden Tops are back in front of us. And the Vaden Tops are switching positions here as they make contact. Oh, oopsies. We'll dump out one of the Vaden Top brothers. And that'll bring out the first caution of the day. We're up into P8 on the outside lane. We have a bit of nose damage, as one of the Urins is down to our inside. We have set a new fastest lap around here during this race to the 15.222. I'll wash out into Vaden Top there, and we're going to spin out the other Vaden Top. He's going to have heavy contact, and the caution will fly. Contact was with right. So getting messy with the Vaden Tops as they both get sent down in the field. Oh, contact up front, which will give us a position, or give us a chance to move up. And there's a third Vaden Top in the field. We'll pass Dylan now. Up into third position. With Tiernan and Brewster in front of us. 7 laps to go now. Now that I know that there's 3 of them Vaden Top brothers, hopefully we'll be able to withstand spinning out the third. Hopefully these 2 leaders will collect each other. But in these next 5 laps, it's looking pretty unlikely, as it's a half a second gap in between first and second. And that gap is continuing to grow as Tiernan has nothing for Brewster at the moment. With 4 laps to go here, it's going to take another caution to even give us a chance at those 2, as they have a 2.5 second lead over us. 3 laps to go now. And we are struggling to even make... Yeah, we are actively losing a ton of time on those two front runners. We are holding on to our position here. And we wash high, leaving up the bottom as we start the final lap of the race. And through the final corner, Brewster has won. We'll drop down to P4. Now we get P4 at the line over Cox. But a pretty good finish there. One that wasn't necessarily expected. And that definitely pays out decent. And I'll load it back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, now, here we are. A bit of rough driving. I didn't repair my car after the local race. We have a new message from the Outlaws.
Great race today. This could be a sign of things to come.
Thank you. So like I said, we finished 4th there in Jacobs County. In next episode, we're going to be headed to the showcase at Port Royal. We're going to go for a top 30. And I'll cut back to you guys once we're loaded up on the street stocks. Okay, when I said street stocks, I meant midgets, but we're loaded in here. Let's go ahead and repair our car. And then get some upgrades in it. As we're going to be unable to purchase any more upgrades to that part, but we've already gotten it upgraded. Let's go ahead and load in here at Fairbury. And I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, we're loaded in here at Fairbury, where our goal time for practice is 11.336. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And this is the track with the tires. One of the many tracks with the tires, especially for the midgets. Let's go ahead and just get underway for practice. Well, our record lap here is 11.206. I feel like every time we head to Fairbury, we are testing out a new upgrade. And there we set an 11.314, which is a faster lap than our goal, but not a new record lap. And now we have contact with that tire, which causes damage to either side of the car, but not to the front or rear. It's a bit interesting because I thought I hit it head on, but I'd much rather side damage than nose damage. And we set a new fastest lap of practice for ourselves, but we know we have more speed in the car. The question is, can we just juice it out of it? And there we set it at 11.283. And there we set a new record lap with an 11.141. I think we should have the pace at some point today to beat... Oh, there we go. I was going to say to get a sub 11 second lap. And there we got and do it with a 10.972. Here we're going to try a pure qualifying lap where we are getting as close to these tires as possible. That was not a faster lap. And we are truly struggling to hit marks here for what I would think would be our qualifying line. Okay, because now we take major front end damage. Semi head on collision. We're going to come through here to end our last lap of practice. Okay. Now we in practice with a fast lap of a 10.972. And we'll load into qualifying. Our goal time is 11.019. That is doable, but it's going to be a super quick lap at this quarter-mile speedway. There we wash out into the wall. Now we hit the tire. And here comes lap 2, but I don't think it's going to be any, or it's going to be better, but I don't think too much better. Because we can come through and qualify P41 in the showcase, starting 7th in heat 5. Now let's load in here to the 5th heat and see if we can make up some positions after a really, really rough qualifying performance. And we're green here from the heat race. It's getting hooked there on the off the bat. We have to try and catch up here to these guys. We're up in a P5. Because we don't have anything for the leader as of now. But sitting back here in P5, we're looking from the outside in. It's looking like we're going to be starting in back in what? 11th place in the B main, and we will. Yep, starting 11th in the B main. Let's hop into it. We need to gain 6 positions. Here, racing at sunset at Fairbury Speedway. The green flag is in the air for a 10-lap B main. Then we'll get out in the moles. We'll wash out into the outside wall, dropping down to P12 with a lot of right side damage. With 8 laps to go. We're sitting in P10. Now make the move on Johnson. Holt wash back down to P12. Oh, it was a huge flip. We're going to make it up to P7 before the caution flies. Getting a restart on the inside lane here. We'll see what we can do with it. And I think that if we didn't have those struggles in qualifying with wrecking and hitting the tire, we would be decent off for, or we'd be in about a mid-pack starting position, maybe. Oh, so we're going to have a huge flip here, and that is going to probably put us outside of the A main. It's not a great showcase here to test out our new speed. If I remembered that this was a showcase, I would have done this well before that street stock race. And just save the upgrades for next time out. Where I maybe could have afforded something else to go along with it. But that news is behind us. As this is the final lap, we're going to dive up, get into P6, and that's where we're going to finish. finishing 24th overall. 6th in the B main, 24th overall. And we'll head back to the main menu. So loaded up here now. We met our goal, but it wasn't the way we wanted to meet it. The next episode in the midgets, we're going to be headed to Lucas Oil Speedway. And we're going to go with the Bob's Towing, which pays us a lot more. Which may mean a brand new paint scheme heading into next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Let's go ahead and repair the car. And upgrade these parts. So we're only going to be able to upgrade 2 of them. But thank you all. Hope you all have a good one. And come back next episode. We're going to be racing at Lucas Oil and at Port Royal Speedway in the showcase and the street stocks. And we're going to be starting a new series either in the 305s, the UMP, or the big blocks. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. And goodbye.